coming to downtown Sarasota on a part of Main Street that doesn't always get a lot of attention. Plus, medical marijuana is coming to Florida. We'll explain the type available and who's allowed to use it. Your Suncoast News starts now.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening. I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. An investigation is underway tonight to figure out what went wrong with this helicopter that forced a student pilot and her teacher to make a rough emergency landing. The Sarasota County Sheriff's Office says the chopper took off from Venice Regional Airport and crashed not far south from there near Conesco Road in South Venice. The area is heavily wooded and first responders had difficulty getting to the scene by vehicle. The female student was airlifted to the hospital with facial and head injuries, while the teacher was alert but still taken to the hospital in an ambulance.
The indications from him are there was some sort of failure, some sort of equipment trouble, but again, that'll be investigated by the FAA.
The sheriff's office will be securing the scene overnight. Progress continues on the east end of Main Street in downtown Sarasota. The 8-acre Main Plaza and the parking lot across US 301 are both headed toward big changes. Sarasota County is taking proposals for the public parking lot at Main and 301. There are 2 of the high-rises suggested so far. I'm not sure we're able to see that here, but we did have a photo. The county expects to make a decision early next year. Plans are also moving ahead for the Main Plaza site that includes the Hollywood 20 movie theater. That site's developer says it is an exciting time for the east end of Main Street.
Development of downtown is a good thing for our project. You know, we have 8.5 acres on the front entrance of opening for Main Street, and I think there's a lot of development going on, and that end of Main Street really needs development to go on over there. So high-end retail, hotels, the more attractions, I think the better for all of us down there.
Chesler says they plan to start upgrading the retail component of the Main Plaza early next year as well. The debate over medical marijuana is heating back up in Florida. State health officials recently selected 5 places, including Southwest Florida, to grow, process, and distribute non-euphoric medical marijuana for a select group of sick patients. ABC 7's Rick Adams spoke to some people who are already using medical marijuana, and he joins us now with more. Rick.
Okay, Haley, thanks a lot. I did have a chance to catch up with a woman who has Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as ALS, and a man who survived a motorcycle crash. They are both reaping the benefits of medical marijuana.
When she has it, she's better. If she doesn't have it, she starts getting sick.
That's what Bob Jordan says about his wife, Kathy. Back in 1986, Kathy was diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Smoking medical marijuana daily, or cannabis as the Jordans call it, has made a big difference in her life.
Her appetite improved, her movement started to improve, everything started improving. I thought, well, wow, maybe she's got something here.
Years ago, Kathy Jordan was given 3 to 5 years to live. 30 years later, she's still going strong. The Jordans say it's all because of this stuff.
I'm relaxing my muscles and helps to keep my lungs clear. That's why I insist on smoking it.
Rick Wygand is still coping with serious injuries he suffered in a motorcycle crash back in 1975. After eating 3 to 4 pieces of candy filled with cannabis daily, he tells us he feels like a new person.
My pain levels are down to manageable. Am I pain-free? No. Will I ever be? No. But I'm grateful for where it is. I don't have the side effects. I have an appetite.
Now that these 5 businesses have been given the green light from the state, they must dispense the non-euphoric medical marijuana within 210 days, meaning it could be available within the next year. Opponents of medical marijuana say that it is too dangerous to use and it lacks FDA approval. Bob Jordan says that he has the answer that would solve a lot of problems.
Just flat out legalize it. That would stop all this medical stuff.
And no one from Alpha Foliage was available to comment. They are the growers chosen to supply people right here in Southwest Florida. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. Sounds like it can make a big difference for some people. Shifting gears, now Palmetto will soon break ground on a project to replace the battered seawall along Riverside Park West. The Riverside seawall was deemed a threat to public safety earlier this year, and Sarasota-based Reef Innovations came up with a revolutionary design that would protect the new seawall and attract wildlife to the shoreline. The terrace-like structure will be placed in front of the new wall, half in the water where plants and animals can live and half out of the water for people to sit and stand. The CEO of Reef Innovation says the concept is already attracting worldwide interest.
I thought it was really a great idea because there's thousands of miles of seawalls in this country, and it's all a missed opportunity where we could be doing a lot more for our marine life.
According to Palmetto Mayor Shirley Groover Bryant, the seawall will be the first of $10 million worth of improvements to the Riverside Park area. New College of Florida says its living seawall continues to have a very active wetland habitat. The seawall has been up for about 3.5 years and includes 2 sections. New College used a grant from the state of Florida to pay for this structure. And we've had a pretty nice day on the Suncoast, though still very warm for the 1st of December, Bob.
It has been a warm day today. 84 degrees topped out at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. And it looks like temperatures will stay warm at least for one more day, and then things start to change. We'll have some morning fog around, too. It looks like that fog could be rather thick in some areas. A cold front arrives on Thursday, bringing with it a chance for showers, and then things turn a bit breezy on Friday. Those are the headlines as far as the weather goes. Right now, fair skies at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport. It's 70, still warm. 72, a little bit warmer in Venice now. In Punta Gorda, a few clouds at 69. This frontal boundary is producing some showers and storms over North Georgia right now. A lot of the energy associated with it will pass well to our north, so we're not anticipating anything too rough as the front gets close to us tomorrow night and then eventually moves on through on Thursday. We'll have the complete details on this front and what it means for temperatures coming up in just a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The Chicago police chief claims the mayor had his back. But why Rahm Emanuel fired the top cop after the shooting of a teenager by an officer in the department. Plus, a familiar face, Herman Cain, is back on the campaign trail for the GOP.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Hello, America. I'm John Crode. It's Tuesday, December 1st, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $39 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold mega ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first winning number tonight is 7. That's followed by 25. Up next, we have 50. That's followed by 5. And your final white ball for this Tuesday evening is 59. Now for the mega ball, tonight's mega ball number is 12. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 7, 25, 55, 59, and the gold mega ball is 12. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Friday's jackpot could be $47 million. Good luck and play on, America.
What does it mean when New South Windows says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory.
It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Fort Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window. We manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Get Black Friday pricing all month long during the Black Friday Blockbuster Sales Event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota, where you'll always get better prices and a bigger selection. We've got the area's largest selection of new Wranglers. Come in today and get a 2016 Jeep Patriot for just $15,999, or save over $4,000 on a new Jeep Cherokee. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees. Every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
Braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel announced today the firing of the city's police chief, Gary McCarthy. The mayor also announced the creation of a task force to make recommendations on police accountability. This comes after a public outcry over the handling of the case involving police officer Jason Van Dyke shooting 17-year-old Laquan McDonald 16 times. Since the release of the police dashcam video, McCarthy insisted that the mayor, quote, had his back. As for Van Dyke, he is charged with first-degree murder. The Illinois Attorney General is now asking the Department of Justice to investigate the Chicago PD. Campaign 2016 finds Herman Cain back on the scene, this time supporting Donald Trump, doubling down on his message that the Republican frontrunner can appeal to Americans of all races. Meanwhile, Chris Christie says he is just done talking about the Donald, while both Ted Cruz and Jeb Bush are weighing in on gun control.
Donald Trump is not backing down.
I can say things that I think are right. Like, do you notice what's happening in New Jersey? They're now finding a lot of people are saying, yeah, that did take place in New Jersey, right? I wasn't going to apologize.
Following the endorsement of several black pastors yesterday, Donald Trump was in Georgia with Herman Cain, the only African-American candidate running for the GOP presidential nomination 4 years ago. Cain said he, too, was once considered an outsider, but
if you're born here, you're not an outsider.
Trump is taking fire on several fronts, lambasted by African-American leaders for racially provocative comments and feuding with the New York Times after appearing to mock one of their reporters who is disabled. But New Jersey Governor Chris Christie says he is done talking about Trump.
And whatever Donald Trump has said for the day today, is quite frankly nothing that I have any interest in responding to.
Elsewhere, Republican candidates were discussing guns and violent crime. Jeb Bush making what some could see as a bold declaration in the GOP.
You have evidence of a mental health illness, a serious problem. I don't think you should be able to get a gun.
While Ted Cruz had a different view of the roots of some crime.
The overwhelming majority of violent criminals are Democrats.
And Jeb Bush made another headline today suggesting he would have a female vice president, saying she would make a great partner. A stunning scene in Lake Elsinore, California this afternoon. A gas tanker caught on fire on the freeway, as you can see here, spewing thick black smoke into the air and backing up traffic for miles. The tanker was carrying 8,700 gallons of fuel. The driver was able to escape with an injury, but both directions of the freeway were shut down for a while as crews got this fire under control. The U.S. auto industry is on track to post record sales this year. Sales forecasts are expected to top 1.3 million in November alone. That would bring year-to-date sales to more than 15 million vehicles. General Motors, Ford, Fiat Chrysler, and Toyota all posted modestly improved monthly sales compared to the year before. I wish I could say I was in the market for a new car.
Me too.
I kind of need one, but
So
I just don't want. I think we both do, but we just don't want to make that purchase.
I tell you, there's a lot of good deals going on now.
I should think about it.
Wake up on Christmas Day, right? A new car with a nice
big
bow
red
on
bow
it.
on
Yes,
it.
right.
That would
It's
be
so nice. We are looking at some nice weather as of late. It does not really put you in the mood for the Christmas spirit, but we'll have the details on our weather. Let you know about the parade weather, too, taking place in Sarasota coming up in just a few minutes.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs, producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will. Karastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone who had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to their heart or lungs. Did your IVC filter move, break, or cause organ damage? The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or even death. At the law offices of Jacoby and Myers, we've been bringing compassion and experience to our clients for over 40 years. IVC filters are designed to prevent blood clots. If your IVC filter moved or broke and you suffered heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, or if a loved one died as a result, call Jacoby and Myers today. You may be entitled to compensation. Our firm has decades of experience fighting the big pharmaceutical companies and is ready to fight for you. Call the law offices of Jacoby and Myers now for a free confidential consultation. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled.
Please call 800-897-6764.
Now get the new Ford you want with no hassle and no negotiating necessary. It's the Friends and Neighbors pricing event at Sarasota Ford. Shop over 500 new Fords on-site or online, and the one low price you see is the price you pay. 16 Ford Fusion SE, just $17,995 or $189 a month. A new F-150 Super Crew XLT from $28,795. Plus, buy new Fords and don't pay a thing till spring. Think of it as an inside deal from your friends at Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. Visit SarasotaFord.com.
The Talk, Sharon Osbourne and Julie Chen, plus 6 all-new recipes. That's the way I roll. Next, Rachel.
Tomorrow at 3 on ABC 7.
Well, a warm start to this December 1st. Temperatures were more like, again, September as opposed to early December, and a beautiful sunset tonight from the Punta Gorda webcam there, looking over Peace River along US 41. Beautiful. And this was a sunset from Venice. Kathleen Brunt getting this one and sending it on in to Pix, P-I-X, at mysuncoast.com with the seagulls or possibly pelicans. Look more like pelicans flying on by. And Siesta Key, Fred Seeger also snapping that photo in Venice earlier today, showing some pelicans having a good time. And the warm waters, too. Warm water temperatures still at this late date, a little bit above average in the mid-70s. Normally they're already down into the upper 60s at this time. Showers still along the east coast lingering. That indicates some moisture moving up from the southeast, and that will be in place, I think, throughout the day tomorrow. So a chance for a few showers tomorrow, but more so late Wednesday night and throughout Thursday. No rainfall around right now, and skies were generally fair tonight. Got a chance to see the International Space Station go on by just at around 7:24 this evening, only for a minute. Caught it briefly. 70 degrees right now. Skies are clear. The dew point temperature at 67, just 3 degrees away from the actual temperature. And with light winds, fog is a good possibility tomorrow morning at wake-up time. Temperature high today, 84 degrees. The normal 76 and the record 88 degrees. So just 4 degrees shy of the record high set back in 1991. No rainfall report. Typically, for this month, we don't see much more than just a couple of inches, really, and typically a dry month. This year, though, could be different. Mid-60s to upper 60s for lows tonight. Inglewood 67, 68, Lakewood Ranch 69 in Braden. Longboat Key a little bit warmer right near the water at 71 and 70 into Anna Maria. Well, the wind flow will be rather light out of the northeast. This is showing the fog around earlier in the morning and then burning off around 9, 10 o'clock. And then winds out of the south. That'll warm things up. We'll have highs tomorrow in the low 80s. And then it looks like we could see some fog and also some low clouds moving in tomorrow night as well. Future clouds and precipitation showing that line of showers and storms approaching. We'll see some inland showers tomorrow afternoon, I think, moving off to the east. There could be even a few coastal showers. The rain chance, though, at 30% tomorrow. And then the rain chance picking up as the front approaches. It will move in, bringing showers and storms on into, looks like, Thursday morning, and even in Thursday afternoon, we'll see some showers scattered about. Most of the rain will stay to our south. That front becomes stationary right to our south, and you'll see what happens on Thursday night. A large area of heavy rainfall there developing just to our south. We'll have to keep an eye on that. As far as snowfall coverage goes, over the last 12 years, this is the most snow we've seen over the U.S. In the last 12 years. So it's covering most of the western states, though, and that may be a direct result of El Nino. As far as temperatures go, into the 30s and 40s over the northeast, really chilly there in Detroit at 38 degrees, and much colder over the northern plains and northern Rockies now, 24 in Billings, Salt Lake City at 25 and 43 in Dallas, so cool over the deep south as well. Atlanta at 60 degrees currently. The forecast shakes out like this for boaters tomorrow. Mainly smooth out there as far as the water conditions are concerned. Seas will be less than 2 feet. and not much wind, 5 to 10 knots out of the south and southeast. Water temperature now is cooled to 73, but as I mentioned, it should be into the mid to upper 60s really by this point. High tide at 3:40, a low tide will be at 12 o'clock noon, and sunrise will be at 7:04. Tonight's forecast calling for partly cloudy skies and some fog forming. Tomorrow the fog around and it'll burn off, revealing partly cloudy conditions, a high of 82. The extended forecast looks like this through Thursday. A good chance for showers and storms, turning breezy on Friday and Saturday. The rain chance dropping, though, over the weekend. And for the holiday parade, I should say, on Saturday in Sarasota should be okay, and temperatures pretty warm. Haley?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you, Bob. As President Obama wraps up his trip to Paris to meet with world leaders, he is doubling down on the need for countries to do more to address climate change. He said today the world is fighting a war on two fronts, one against ISIS and the other against climate change. But his push is not getting support in the U.S. The Republican-led House passed two resolutions today to block his regulations that aim to curb greenhouse gas emissions. President Obama has already vowed to veto the House's attempt to block his plan. Governor Rick Scott is lobbying state legislators hard to try to get them to support his $1 billion tax cut package. It's rare, but Scott spent more than an hour with the House Legislative Committee defending his proposed tax cuts. Many are targeted toward businesses. It's unclear if legislators will go along with the tax cut package and the budget in general. Some legislators are questioning why Scott relies on higher property taxes to boost money for education. The legislature will draw up a new budget early next year. About 150 child advocates gathered at the state capitol for breakfast today before fanning out to lobby lawmakers to invest more in kids. It was the second annual Rally and Tally. State officials, child protective investigators, case managers, and foster families were all there. They heard from Mike Carroll, Secretary of the embattled Department of Children and Families. He says every child has rights that the state should protect.
Every child born into every community in the state of Florida, and for that matter in this country, has an absolute right to be safe, to be healthy, to be developmentally on track, and to be educationally on track.
Governor Scott is recommending an increase of $107 million for child safety in the next state budget. Today is World AIDS Day. It's meant to remember those we have lost to the virus as well as how far we've come with treatment. Florida is now at the top when it comes to newly diagnosed HIV cases, perhaps in part because of the state's testing programs. The 2015 AIDS Walk is this Saturday. It starts in downtown Sarasota. More than 500 walkers are expected to show up. If you would like to register or volunteer, we do have a link for you. Just go to our website, mysuncoast.com, and look for this story. It has been exactly 60 years since one of the most influential moments in U.S. history. It was on this bus, now on display at the Henry Ford Museum. Not seeing it there, but oh, there we go. That is the bus that Rosa Parks was arrested in Alabama when she didn't give up her seat for a white man. Less than a week later, a relatively unknown pastor at the time, Martin Luther King Jr., led a citywide bus boycott. That all sparked the civil rights movement and led to a historic Supreme Court ruling banning segregation. Parks died in October of 2005 and in 2013 became the first black woman to be honored with a statue in the nation's capital. A couple of local coaches were just honored for their work. That is next in sports. But first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We have a very special show for you tonight.
Look, why don't I just come out there? I mean, I feel like I could probably help you just raise a lot.
I think you know what, I guess his mic went out. So sadly, we can't hear him.
Christmas Tradition by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for what she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough.
So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
Call right now to get your free Senior Care Compass ebook. Find out about the 5 best-kept secrets on financing senior care and assisted living.
Call now, 800-290-0352. 800-290-0352.
Did you know Sleep King Sarasota has the best selection of Simmons Beauty Rest foam and latex mattresses? Sleep on luxury with the new Simmons Beauty Rest, full or queen size, only $499. Take it, Larry.
Buy a mattress today, sleep on it tonight. Free same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Only at Sleep King.
Come in for a 2-hour free nap. Only at Sleep King in Sarasota.
Stop by ABC7 or Sunset Kia in Sarasota, Bradenton, or Venice to pick up an Angel Tree gift tag. It will tell you what a local child or senior citizen is wishing for this holiday season.
From ABC7, thanks for your generosity and happy holidays.
Now, sports.
The two teams that most Rays fans would say they didn't want David Price to end up pitching for, the rival Yankees or the Red Sox. Well, that was avoided for a couple seasons, but considering how much money those teams have at their disposal, it was really only a matter of time. The former Rays Cy Young Award winner has agreed to a 7-year deal worth $217 million with Boston. According to ESPN, the $31 million average yearly value of the contract is the most ever for a pitcher. The 30-year-old pitched for both the Tigers and the Blue Jays last season, helping propel Toronto to a division title. For the first time this season, the Florida State Seminoles have cracked the top 10 in the college football playoff ranking. They come in at number 9 after last weekend's big win over the Gators. UF drops from 12th to 18th. The top 4 stayed the same, with Clemson, Alabama, Oklahoma, and Iowa retaining their spots. The first 2 out are Michigan State, and Ohio State. Well, UCF is hoping Scott Frost will be able to turn the school's football program around after a winless 2015 season. The former Oregon offensive coordinator has been hired as the Knights' next head coach. The Knights went 0-12 this season, closing things out with a blowout loss to USF last weekend. And a big congratulations to Braden Rivers' Kurt Bradley and Charlotte's Binky Waldrop. The 2 high school football coaches were recently named Coach of the Year in their respective classes. 7A for Bradley and 6A for Waldrop. Bradley and the Pirates will host St. Thomas Aquinas in the state semifinals on Friday, while the Charlotte Tarpons went undefeated before being knocked out of the postseason last week. Congrats to those coaches and teams. We'll be right back.
The Holiday Millionaire Raffle is back, with the best odds to win $1 million on New Year's Eve.
Plus, they're giving away money every week.
Honey, you have to try this.
And with so few tickets available,
Holiday Millionaire Raffle tickets are going fast.
Come on!
You won't want anyone to know about it. Get your Holiday Millionaire Raffle ticket today.
Nothing to see here.
The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
The all-new Fiat 500X crossover. With 70 standard and available safety features, including options like blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning, lane sense lane departure warning, and all-wheel drive. The capability you need now comes with the style and personality you want.
More style, more personality, all for less. Go to Sunset Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota.
Hey y'all, it's Paula Dane here.
Now, if you're anything like me, there's nothing you love better than spending time with family and friends. Well, my furniture is just made for us. It's actually inspired by some of my favorite pieces with a casual and comfortable feel that says, come on in, y'all. So come on into Kalen Furniture, y'all, and let us show you how you can bring comfort home.
Visit Kalen's Furniture on South Tamiami Trail today.
This is an important medical warning. The FDA has issued a public health advisory for all people taking the type 2 diabetes drug Invokana. The warning states that Invokana may lead to diabetic ketoacidosis, a serious condition where the body produces high levels of blood acids called ketones that may require hospitalization. If you or a loved one have taken Invokana and have been diagnosed with kidney failure or hospitalized with ketoacidosis, call the law offices of Jacoby and Myers today. Invokana may also cause other forms of liver damage. In more severe cases, Invokana has led to organ failure, coma, and even death. At the law offices of Jacoby and Myers, we've been bringing compassion and experience to our clients for over 40 years. You may be entitled to significant compensation for all of the injuries and damage that Invokana has caused you and your loved ones. You won't pay a thing unless your case is settled.
Please call 800-671-1361.
Hi, I'm Scott Bush, CEO of Suncoast Blood Bank and a 12-gallon donor. Crisis struck close to home in my family last year when my 5-year-old nephew, Evan, was diagnosed with cancer. Evan needed the life-saving gift of platelets. You can save lives by donating platelets. You never know when someone you love might need this precious gift.
To find a Suncoast Donor Center or Bloodmobile near you, call 1-866-97-BLOOD or visit scbb.org. Live here, give here, stays here.
When you're in a wedding dress scarfing down a cheeseburger at a hockey game, you just have to expect you'll somehow go viral. Sure enough, that's exactly what happened to bride Erica Skuda. Erica and her groom were caught on the Jumbotron at a Minnesota Wild hockey game the other day, and the video was posted on YouTube. It's now approaching 50,000 views. Skuda told the Star Tribune newspaper she was freaked out to learn that this moment in her life had gone viral, but she says she's now embracing the fame. We don't know why they were at a hockey game.
It's the start of the honeymoon.
I guess, right. I mean, they were like, we got to go to the hockey game right after the wedding or something like that. Hey, hockey. They're just big hockey fans.
That's right.
Good for her. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess? You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, the season of sharing lasts all year. Buying a new Subaru means you'll have more time to share with your new vehicle. Choosing a Subaru could even mean more time to share with the ones you love. And the Subaru Forester shares more accumulated awards than any other small SUV on the road. Lease a new Subaru Forester for as little as $224 a month during the Subaru Share the Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
At BatteriesPlus.com, you can easily order LED light bulbs for lamps, can lights, specialty bulbs for appliances, plus batteries for motorcycles, cars, smartphones, watches, car remotes, you name it. We carry thousands of batteries and bulbs in our stores, so just choose Pickup in Store, and we'll have your order ready when you drop in. We also repair smartphones. Batteries Plus bulbs. Trust the plus.
US Med has great news for anyone living with diabetes.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, US Med will ship a new glucose meter right to your home.
And shipping is free.
My new meter
uses only a speck of blood, so it's less painful than my previous meter.
If you have Medicare, private insurance, or prescription drug coverage, you're covered with US Med. We're welcoming new patients, even if your current provider can't supply you anymore.
I don't even have to test on my fingers anymore. I can test on my hand or forearms, and it's more accurate than my old meter.
So call US Med today, and you'll have a choice of 2 great meters.
One that actually speaks your results, or a meter so small it fits in the bottle of strips.
Act now, and US Med will include a free prescription discount card. We'll also send you a free diabetes cookbook. This is your opportunity.
So call US Med today.
You'll be glad you did.